All right, let me try this again. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday, July the 12th, 2024. Excuse me. So I guess the big thing we're going to look for today really is, are we going to get downside follow through on yesterday's little bearish engulf? We've got us a pre-market lower low here. Looks like it's trying to bounce off the T-line. The big question is, will we end up at the end of the day, holding above the T-line or climbing into this candle or climbing below that candle? Could be kind of dicey, so keep an eye on some of your positions. The worst thing in the world is to let the losses overtake the winners. I know it's hard to take losses. I know it hurts your pride, and you also think, well, if you're down $100, let's say, and you don't want to sell it because there's some little bit of hope that it's going to come back up where you won't be down $100. The truth of it is, more times than not, it's better to take the $100 loss than it is to take the $500 loss when it continues down. Losses are a part of trading, and you got to just keep those losses small. So you just have to consider that, and where everything might be. So diamonds, I think, are doing pretty darn good here. I think they're holding up very well. Diamonds still look good. IWM still looks fabulous. It is. If it weren't for IWM, I think we would have a problem in the market today. We'd have a problem yesterday if it wasn't for IWM. So the Russell 2000 is really helping us out. T2123 closed yesterday in a very bullish mood here. So my hopes today is that it continues to do that. And I say hopes because I can't predict or guarantee that it's going to do that. But my hopes are that we hold in place here. The transports, IYT, are looking, I'll say, better than they were. I mean, they're trying to get up here. They're just kind of basing out right now. I'm going to go to a weekly chart. The weekly chart, we're holding that 50-period moving average. But you can see here, clearly it needs to be above 60.25. And that gets us above this candle right here. Sideways, down, and now sideways. Are we headed for another down move or another up move? To put us on the bullish side, it really needs that up move above 66.25 here. SMH really kind of hurt yesterday, and now we've got ourselves a double top up here. Big bearish engulf. So we're opening up this morning. It looks like the bulls might be there. Don't let that fool you, okay? Pre-market is child's play when it comes to the regular market. Pre-market is for wannabe traders. You just don't have enough in there. You don't have enough volume. You don't have enough activity. You don't have enough of anything pre-market to suggest you think you know what's going to happen by the end of the day. So don't be fooled by anything bullish or bearish. Let the day tell you what's going on here. Okay, so a couple of charts that I kind of like this morning that are setting up is Hal here. I like the way Hal is putting in a nice little double bottom, little carved out a little low right in here, and now we're trying to break that little trend. Our green dot is green, so what I'm looking for is follow through and then maybe run up and touch that 50-period moving average. Another one is APA. Let's get rid of that. There we go. APA is trying to turn into a rounded bottom breakout. We do have price above the 50-period moving average. We just don't have any moving average confirmation above the 50-period moving average. And like in a rounded bottom breakout setup, the ultimate target will be the 200-period moving average of about $33.50 up here. So I'm going to watch this one for an entry. This looks to me like it's trying to carve out a bottom. Let's do this here. See how we're just down, Then all of a sudden we hit these areas here, and now we're just trying to move up. That's carving out a bottom right here. Ultimately, I think we need to be above, I should draw a straight line instead of a crooked line. There we go. Ultimately, we need to be above $30.60, and I think that would set us up to get toward that 33.50 here. This is certainly tradable. Just put your plan in place. Put your plan in. Fang or Diamondback is another one that's looking pretty good. Diamondback has already cleared the 50-period moving average here. We have a nice bullish trend setting up here. Nice little rally up, pullback, looking great. Ultimately, we need to break out of these tops here. Let's look at the weekly chart. Man, that weekly chart just looks absolutely fabulous. This is a nice, I don't scan for this. I do on the daily, but not the weekly, where we get a gap and a PBO setup, gap, PBO, and then it starts moving up again. And but anyway, this looks great on the daily and weekly. So I'm gonna have to be shopping for some Diamondback coming up here. CNDA. Oops, that can't be it. Did I type CN? Maybe I put the wrong. Yep. Well, we're gonna skip that one for now. There we go. Here's CENX. Earnings not till the mid of August, and that's something we need to watch for. Is watch for earnings. Man, there is nothing that is more just makes you feel bummed when you're in something, you forget about earnings, and the earnings are not good, and it gaps down on you, and then you realize it had earnings. Man, that just makes you feel like you're just really slacking on your job. So we really need to keep track of earnings. Here we've pulled back, we've rallied back up, we've come back down for that PBO or that 3/8 trap setup now. The trend is up. I think this CENX is looking pretty good. Jern, I talked about Jern a few days ago, and I think Jern is still looking pretty good here. Up, scooping out that bottom, and this is another one of these gap PBO pullback, okay? Gap PBO pullback. Pullback in here, and now it's starting to rise back up. So Jern is one to keep an eye on. CNDA. I wrote it down wrong. No, that's still wrong. Oh well, we're going to have to not worry about that one. Macy's is actually showing a little bit of interest, but I think Macy's needs to break out here a little bit. So what else do we have? What else? Oh, NVIDIA. Let's look at a couple that maybe some of us are playing with. So here's NVIDIA. And the big thing about NVIDIA now is, are we going to see follow through to the downside? So my plan with NVIDIA is, if we do see a little downside, I'm going to put a put on here. Okay, I own a little bit of a long here, and I'll have to make that decision whether I want to close that long or not. But I pretty much, if this starts to fail, I'm gonna drop a put in on that, and try to balance the two out. Maybe I may even close out that long. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Walmart is another one that all of us have been following, I think. Walmart might be setting up for another buy right now. Hey, Ricky, CDNA, is that the right one? No, CDNA, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that nice consolidation right here. Check out the weekly chart on this. Big move up, great sideways consolidation. Target around 24.50 up here is what I'm looking at. That 50% retracement. Thanks again, Ricky. Appreciate it. CDNA. Earnings not till mid-August on this. So I think I'm going to write that down here. CDNA. Thank you. Thanks again. Appreciate that. let's see, what's another one that we're all maybe kind of playing with? Snap. Snap here. Snap is still kind of just moving sideways is what it's doing. So we'll watch this real closely. Pretty much below the 50-period moving average would make you not want it. So I'll keep an eye on this. I know we're breaking down through that red trend line and through the trend indicator, but with the 50-period moving average so close, I'm not going to be too concerned until we break that 50 right in there. Then I will be concerned. Let's see, on the other side, other account, here's FCX, and it's still looking like it has some bullishness to it. Still trying to pop out right through here. AKAM is another one. That's setting up beautiful here. This might even be an add to for me if the inside day can hold. This may be an add to, or if it starts to break out, then I'll look at that. I'm still holding some Bank of America, and I will hold that through earnings, which is not today. Next week, I guess, 16th. I do plan to hold that through earnings unless the chart starts to fall apart before earnings. So as long as the chart can maintain its bullish attitude, then I will stay with that through the earnings. So this will be the first one I've held this year, or this earnings season. All righty, that's about all I have here. Please keep in mind to manage your charts first. Remember to take profits where you can. If you look at any chart, and I know it's, I know it's all kind of cool and groovy, and everybody wants to buy and get those big runs like that maybe, or even hold through this and just continue that run. I know that sounds good. I think that's more theory than anything, because what happens is, for the most part, you start seeing it move down, you start panicking. Well, don't panic. That's one of the worst things in the market. Don't be afraid to take profits along the way. Like this Bank of America. I forget how many contracts on it now, but I've closed every one except one. So I took profits as it rolled up, made some money. Now I'm going to take risk with one contract. Well, if you want to play that game with one or a smaller amount, sure. But the front end of your trade, the front end of the contracts that you have, or the shares, it doesn't have to be options. Don't be afraid to take some profits off the table. Put them in your pocket. Put that folding money in your pocket. And then you can play around with a little longer term there. Pretty easy to do after you protect a little bit. All righty, I could just babble on here. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you at the bottom of the hour, okay? Market opens up, and let's try to have some fun on a Friday. Friday fun. You guys take care.